You know, the media wants us to believe that we're helpless, to this passive tyranny that we're fighting. And the media wants to make you reluctant to engage the enemy. That's where they have power. And there's even a cacophony of voices telling us to stand down. We're told to stand down and trust the press to safeguard our democracy. Yeah, right. We're told that the press has been our watchdog for centuries, so they'll sound the alarm if our government comes under attack. We're told to stand down and trust the system, that our Republican form of government has withstood the test of time, that the checks and balances of our system will fend off any attempt to defeat our republic, and that we will survive any attack. We're also told to stand down and trust our elected government, though many, if not most, of these government officials have sold us out, and they're working with the enemy. And they'll come through when our Constitution is under attack. That's what we're told. We're also told to stand down and to trust the plan. Trust the plan, okay? And so, as Catholics, we can't be blind. We can't blindly trust the plan. As President Reagan would say, trust, yes, but verify. And the mainstream media, they want to limit our resistance.
Jesus 911.
I'm here in Texas. I'm Corsica, Texas. I'm doing a parish mission for 4 days. So I'm in my hotel room, so if it sounds a little bit echoey, if the light's not as good as it is in my office, well, obviously I'm not at home. I'm here in a hotel room. I want to talk now about what the media is doing to us, the mainstream media. There's a term, it's called gaslighting. So what does gaslighting mean? Gaslighting basically means when people lie to you to manipulate you into questioning your own sanity, questioning your own reality. Okay? Like if somebody, I'll give you an example of gaslighting. During the Vietnam War, when the North Vietnamese would capture an American and he'd be a prisoner of war, well, they'd tie his hands together, they'd starve him, and they'd sit him on a chair, and then they would just basically ask him a question, and the American would give a response. My name is so and so, and this is my identification number, and the communist would slap him in the face. Say it again. In other words, the communists were trying to get information from these soldiers by slapping them over and over and over and over. And that's gaslighting. You're making the soldier, by physical manipulation, question his own reality, that his name is not so-and-so, that he's not a U.S. Army soldier, and that this is not his ID number. They want something else, him to say something else, to question his own reality, his own sanity. Well, that's what's happening here in our country through the mainstream media. And President Trump is very sharp. He caught it. He tweeted a few days. In fact, he tweeted, it was on the 27th of November, the following. He said this: "Wow, Twitter bans highly respected Pennsylvania State Senator Doug Mastriano after he did a great job of leading a hearing on the 2020 election fraud. They, Twitter and the fake news working together, want to silence the truth. Can't let that happen. This is what communist countries do," close quote. God bless President Trump. That's exactly what gaslighting is. And that's exactly what Twitter's trying to do. Today, there's American thinkers such as Peggy Ryan, and they show that the gaslighting media is lying to manipulate Americans and people of faith and conservatives into questioning our own reality and our own sanity. How are they gaslighting us? Well, the media abuse is wide-ranging. And again, that's their weapon of choice. It's called gaslighting. You see it all day, all across the mainstream media, except for obviously Newsmax, Fox at Night, and a few other little outlets, Church Militant, obviously. But the mainstream media, they tell us that we can't believe what we're seeing with our eyes. For example, they'll say, Hillary Clinton did nothing wrong, or they'll say, hey, there was no Russiagate conspiracy to remove the president, or they'll say, don't believe the stories of Biden and his son, that he used his son for, that he was using his son for money laundering and kickbacks. Don't believe that. They'll tell you, don't believe your eyes. Even if you watch the video where Joe Biden as the vice president was demanding a quid pro quo from Ukraine, they'll say, don't believe your eyes, don't believe your eyes, nothing to see here. That's gaslighting. When the media, over and over again, they repeat a lie and they're trying to manipulate your thinking, to thinking like, wow, I guess I'm crazy. I guess I'm not sane. I got to believe what they say. And the media gaslights us with polls to reinforce, for example, the coming election, the fraud that we're seeing right now. Polls are not only wrong, but sometimes they're even ridiculous. Remember that Hillary had a 15-point lead? And again, Biden, he also had a 15-point lead. And yet President Trump trounced Hillary, and without fraud, he would have trounced Biden, or he did trounce Biden. So the mainstream media uses polls to tell us what to think. And the majority of Americans don't believe, the mainstream media will say, come on, don't pay attention. No, people don't believe that there was voter fraud. That's not true. We absolutely do. They're trying to make you question your own sanity. And so what happens when the media starts gaslighting you? What happens at my house? You start screaming at the TV. That's classic. When you get gaslighted by the media, you throw a pillow at the TV or you start screaming at the television. That means you've fallen prey to gaslighting. And that's what the media does. The president's been accused of interfering in an election, colluding with Russia, and extorting Ukraine. Guess what? All of these crimes have been committed by the left. Everything President Trump was accused of, that he interfered in an election, colluded with Russia, and extorted Ukraine, all those crimes were committed by the left. And so these daily gaslighting beatings, inevitably, they're meant to take the fight out of Trump supporters. But here's what I'm going to tell you. We're going to fight to the end. Chin up. Hold your chin up. Hands together in prayer. And stay engaged. Stay engaged politically in your county, in your state, in our country. Stay engaged. Chin up. Hands together. This is Jesse Romero, Catholic Lay Evangelist, and I want to thank you for watching this video on Virgin Most Powerful Radio. Make sure you leave a like and a comment on the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Find out how to receive exclusive content in the description below, and always remember to take the information you gathered from this video and evangelize everyone you know. Thank you, and full sheen ahead.